Hello, I'm back.
Hmm?
And I am here doing trying to finish this part of the tree and everything. And shit. Also, sorry if it's been a while. It's just I've been really sick, so haven't really had time or really the energy to do it. But yeah, hopefully now I'll have energy to do it. Even though I'm pretty sure that sound not good. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue and hopefully we can get this done. Let's see what's going on here.
Who goes there? Show yourselves! Wait, it's you. Quickly, in here. It's dangerous outside.
You recognize us?
Are you not the General's guests? The Master Diviner prophesied your arrival. We were ordered to wait for you under any circumstances. Yes, the Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age. The troops are anxious. It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until you arrived. Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master Diviner returns.
Okay.
That the Cloud Knights received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Cienjo, plotting to overthrow the Alliance. The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the Disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
Benefactor.
Have you talked with these disciples, benefactor? What do you make of them? Why would they betray the LeFou? I don't understand.
Disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Who'd have thought our enemies would turn out to be the disciples of Sanctus Medicus? The Master Diviner must have kept it quiet to avoid alerting them.
Interesting. So is that an hostile?
Command talisman required for operation.
What does it mean?
We probably need to present it with a command for it to act.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare is a dangerous business. There's no time for idle chat. We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, those who worship the Plague's author. Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the disciples and the fantastic creatures they commanded were no match for us. And after a while, our comrades suddenly started to slaughter one another. Curse it! What Sanctus Medicus sorcery did they use on us? The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on being human, lost the abomination sleeping in our immortal blood, and violated the Rainbow's admonishments. What the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did are despicable acts that every Alliance resident detests. I swear to the Arbiter that I will avenge my comrades.
So, in simpler terms, it's sort of like a more prettier than medical school, I'd say, right? Without the disease and everything. I mean, you could say like plague is not there. So, I mean, it's gotta be something with diseases and stuff, right?
But this is
Let's see.
different from all our previous battles. Captain, even our own comrades may become our enemies this time.
Every Cloud Knight knows what they must do if their comrades become Mara-struck. Don't forget your training.
But this shouldn't be happening. We're still so young. We're not old enough to be stricken with Mara yet.
There are records of such a phenomenon in the Cloud Knight's martial doctrine. Those who come into contact with the Plague's author become Mara-struck instantly. I never thought the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were real, or so close to us.
I don't know how many more of our soldiers will...
God damn. That sends shivers in my spine, I can't lie. But, so, they can instantly do that. So, is it like a potion, or maybe a spell, or maybe it's like something, like they have a like aura around them that can do that if a Cloud Knight stays in the vicinity for a certain amount of time? Right, I mean, that's my theory on that so far.
You want to ask questions? Fine. But I must be present the whole way through. This part needs to be recorded as testimony.
Finally, someone to talk to. These Cloud Knights are so serious, so boring. That shining seed? I've seen it. So beautiful. If you gaze into it, there's a voice inside that speaks to you.
Let's see.
Do you still remember Cocolia?
The Master said we could inject new life into the ambrosial arbor with it. I didn't believe it at first. We tried many methods, spending multiple lifetimes of short-life species, yet the arbor showed no signs of resurrection. But look upon it now. Only the power of an eon can recreate the miracle. Yes, yes, the mighty Sanctus Medicus, the abundance.
Okay, so they're temporary. So they're messing around with the Stellaron to get their tree/god back from resurrection.
So you witnessed it too? The ambrosial arbor's resurrection. Magnificent. In the Befall era, so far in the past that even long-life species cannot recall, Sanctus Medicus the Abundance gifted the ambrosial arbor to the Xianzhou Luofu. With that sacred tree, humanity realized many miracles. The fallow earth, the western soapberry, the altered flesh. But that devilish archer ruined everything. They twisted right and wrong and erased Sanctus Medicus's achievements. But soon we will return to the glory of the Befall era. You've seen the fantastic creatures that fought with us. They are only minor gifts of the ambrosial arbor.
Shut it, rambling rodent. The Cloud Knights will root all of you out soon.
Okay. Um, so, were these guys part of humanity at some point? Because I thought they were like fox people. Okay, that would be interesting if they're actually part of humanity, or were they just gifting stuff to humanity at some point?
What did we do? We cured our kin. It must hurt to be trapped in such weak flesh and blood.
You scum! If the Order allowed, I would cut you down now.
Oh, you don't understand. A short-life species couldn't understand. Mara struck? Bah! It's a second life gifted by Sanctus Medicus to eliminate the self, to achieve transcendence, a life of true freedom. I see a desire for power in your eyes. This life is too short for you, isn't it? I can help you.
Don't listen. His words are poison.
We're just having fun, sir. Without the blessing of the abundance, you short-life species would never be able to endure the transformation.
Okay. So only long-life species can turn into these, basically, husks. And that would be violent and everything. Sort of like a second life when they're too old. Or when they're coming to an end, maybe. But this guy can activate on command. Oh, hello.
Have you talked with these disciples, Benefactor? What do you make of them? Shh. That's a brave thing to say out in the open. If the Cloud Knights hear you, they won't think twice.
I can understand it. That doesn't mean I support it.
It strikes me that you'd use any means to achieve your goal, Benefactor. Xianzhou natives are more afraid of immortality than they are of the days coming to an end. They received eternal life as they had desired, but are doomed to a fate more terrifying than death. The abundance played a cruel trick on them.
This sounds more like a figured deal. Oh, no.
When the Master Diviner gets back, we might be in for tough times. It's making me a little nervous. Are you ready?
Hell yeah. Oh, wow. Fuck. Okay, let's do those then, I guess. I can't take longer, right? Shit.
It's still early. Where to now?
Damn. I can get lost in your place forever. But yeah, see about that.
Drop by the realm keeping.
This butterfly immersion is age restricted. We'll have to confiscate it because you're underage. But I'm an adult, so the law sure is strict. Okay, so where can I experience this fantasy then? So sorry, I'll check. Oh, this one is restricted to 200-year-old and above. That's weird. Maybe they should. Oh, so there's someone still willing to chat with this old coffin dodger. Uh-huh. When people get older, they can catch phenomenon, just by having a sip of water. My aching, aging throat. Are you alright? Dear, you're far too optimistic. I may not even survive to see a complete recovery. Who are you? I'm Bato. I used to be a a judge in the County Republic. My side job was a traveler. But now I'm just a criminal 18 around for the Skyfaring Commission to represent me. Hahaha. I thought people nowadays are just a bunch of heartless savages. Let's talk. Maybe you can learn something from my short life. What kind of country do you come from? My homeland? The Kamlik Republic is a great nation. We have a vast territory and efficient government, honest officials, and upstanding people. The Count Republic was said to be made from nothing but Africa the Trailblazer when they established the Star Realm, leading my ancestors on their path to excel to their ever-summer paradise. In gratitude, their kindness, my ancestors selected warriors and embarked on trailblazing expeditions to transform dead worlds into living ones. About a millennia has passed since its foundation. We have already seen 17 star systems with a vast territory and rich products. That's why our nation needs someone like me, a judge. Any planet's existing ecological environment's different from this one, and so the Prime Minister and Council, that is our government, needs judges like me to help ratify laws and regulations tailored to each differing local conditions. When I was 20, I graduated from the Royal Academy of Laws, becoming a doctor of law. At 24, a year later, I had passed the qualification examination to become a judge. I can still remember the Prime Minister at the time, Madam Weezer, awarding me my medal and encouraging me to dedicate my life to the people of the motherland, just like her. How energized I was back then. The moment Madam Weezer placed that medal on me, I felt like a carefree kid again, never to be tired again. That fantasy of reality was so strong that I was only 20 years ago when attending this state funeral of Madam Weiner. That I realized for the first time that all of this would happen to me one day. Too old to handle official duties, too weak to handle continual travel. I ultimately lie here helpless on a hospital bed, desperately counting all the things I should have done but didn't. All those people I should have seen but hadn't. That has twisted me into this kind of person I hate most. The kind who's loyal to the desires and gives no second thoughts to breaking the law. Traveler. I used to be a travel log writer before coming to Zhengzhou. I traveled all over the cosmos, experiencing all the customs and peoples of different star systems. I recorded these star travel experiences in truth, put them into print, and immediately they aroused authentic responses. Eventually, I have no misgivings. It's not all due to only beautiful purpose of mine, but rather because Countdown has always been like that. Any non-fiction writing is enough to rouse and impress readership. The late Madame Weezer once said, "Whoever has measured the soils of the motherland with their fate is willing to spill their blood there." What she said is true. I've seen new cities rise up on the richest planets. I have worked with nomadic herders on the poorest planets. I've seen the sun rise or set on every planet in my own system. And also, the ebb and flow of every tide. In places where disasters rage transit, I fought against the local beasts with the farmers. On Frontier segment, I somehow survived combat against the antimatter legion. That all I've seen is still but a drop in the ocean. Cough. My journey is not yet complete, but I will die soon with regrets. Am I greedy for longevity? Yes, but I'm greedier for a calling of a traveler. It's over. It's all over. You really are a quick one, aren't you? But please let me start at the beginning. Ah, shit. When I was in my early 30s, I once went to see the late Madame Windsor. I told her I was going to run for Prime Minister. I was still young back then. And brimming with experience. But Madame Weezer shook her head and told me it's still early. Go to the human world first. And then I went to the human world and saw the field hospitals on the front lines, lacking doctors and medicine. I saw the farmers in the desert struggling to survive. I saw that not every young girl out there got to experience a fair life. I made a lot of promises back in those days that I've been fighting to keep them to this day, but then I woke up from a long dream only to discover that I could no longer walk. Wait until you're old and you'll find that your body is like an old grandfather clock. That's gone wrong. At first you think it just needs some oil, then the gears wear out, the mainsprings loosen, and the medium loses its accuracy. People are just like monkeys riding a unicycle while trying to juggle, while hurrying to catch those 3 balls up in the air. You still have to keep stepping on those pedals to spin the wheel and maintain balance. I'm old and somewhat confused, but I remember every promise well. I'm afraid I'll never have time to fulfill them. That's why I come to Zhengzhou, because I have to be here. This is the only place where I can fight the ravages of time. You go then. Don't waste your time here any longer with a criminal. Click. 1 second. Alright. I'm Jen Yang from the Realm Keeping Commission. I'm in charge of general affairs here. Is there anything I can help you with? Excuse me, do you have anything else? I'll go ahead, I'll do my best to answer. It seems to me that you're the most reliable person in the whole chancery. I'm not at liberty to promptly respond to that question. I ask, why would you like to hear the formal response from a Royal Keeping Commission officer or a compliment from a regular staff member? All public officials at the Chancery have their own focus, and everyone is an integral member of the Realm Keeping Commission. I can only express my gratitude for your assessment at the most reliable, and would refrain from any comments on any other parts. Hopefully, you can keep being. Damn. You can keep paying attention to and supporting the work of the Realm Keeping Commission. I see. I heard the official Dahu used to be in the cloud universe here. That's about official Dahu's personal life. May I ask, what would you like to hear the formal response from a Royal Keeping Commission officer, or a personal gossip from me? You don't seem like the gossiping kind, so I'll tell you. Actually, when Dahu was still a Cloud Knight, he saved my life. Adoration for him led me to join the Cloud Knights myself. I worked myself to the bone, and eventually I joined his elite squad. Later on, General Dahu was worried about him getting stuck with early onset Mara due to his combat experiences, and hoped he would accept a senior position as a Realm Keeping Commission officer, official in the Exalting Sectum, and keep him from the pains of life and death. I applied for a transfer. General Jahung let me come and be a minor officer at the Realm Keeping Commission. I thought it would be great to help out official Dahu, but as you can see now, I'm always putting in overtime with chores until midnight, which is far more than just doing a solid for someone. It's business hours now. You're an worlder with an inquiry, and I am an officer of the Realm Keeping Commission, being disciplined in the expected work manner of the Realm Keeping Commission officer. How would you feel if public officials crack jokes and chat with you during work hours? There's nothing great about it. It's the least that we can do. Thank you for your attention and support. Realm Keeping Commission. Lit. Anything over? No. Oh god. Some more people. Oh god. I got to. If the Realm Keeping Commission could give me cash directly and let me stay at home all day without doing this troublesome job, that'll be great. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I do or not. The results are always going to be the same. Why not cut out this middle part? Eavesdropping is rude, lady. You know? What's up? What if something's... if... it's fine. If it's something important, please go to official Dahoo. For literally anything else, please approach Officer Jahung. So, trying to deal with anything? I'm the Rail-Keeping Commission's most intelligent, and I only show up when these two get stuck. In other words, I'm the ultimate trump card. Do you lead with your ace playing when you're playing with your talons? Oh yeah, teach them like that, boy. There's only 3 official staff in this tiny service streets. What about it? There can be a trump card hidden among these 3. Sigh. Miss, put aside your judgment. Look, I put in hours working long and hard before, and I was once upon a time considered an elite officer of the General Affairs. Besides, why do I work at the Rome Keeping Commission? If it weren't for my failed investments with all the curves on the chart going down, and the only prices are going up, work has become a necessary option. I hustled and I failed. Now, this is the best effort I can put into work right now. Hey, don't just leave just yet. As long as we're chatting here, there won't be any new tasks assigned to me. Let's chat a little longer, miss. Thanks for doing that for me, lady. Let's talk about literally anything. Based on my observations, Zhao Hung basically does everything dealing with fraud, riots, various emergencies, and criminal investigations. When there's trouble, call the Realm Keeping Commission. Really is a common saying about the Zanju Lafu. That's just conclusion I made from my day-to-day observations. Of course, I get some work done. Residents with lost cats, dogs, automaton, puppets, or missing household insignia. That's my wheelhouse. I would apply for field work and then check out the tea house to investigate. Sounds very casual to me. Well, you know, investigations. I like to think chatting is also one of the forms of investigations. Admiring the scenery is an investigation too. When you solve a case, you're praised. But if you don't, nobody even blames you. This is the kind of job I like. I might be lower in the Shermercy's pecking order, not even dating, but I never lose on courage. Come on. As long as I never try to live up to expectations, there's nothing to get mad about. You know, that reminds me of someone in this game. And someone in real life. If you hear about a rich lady who needs her dog walked all day, let me know. I can quit my job at the Realm Commission anytime. After all, we only work after one zone. The Realm Keeping Commission is the general affairs organization on the Zashu Lafu, and also the institution that engages with the public of Lafu most often. Every zone has its own Realm Keeping Commission chancery to keep up with these needs of citizens. There are many other countries aboard the Zanju Lafu and they're all pretty small in size, but large in amount. You know, be fine. Yeah, I mean, I need to take a few tips from this guy for more, so I can do that work. If only I didn't have to walk around all day and deal with customers. Huh, okay. There's no need to be like that. I may not be diligent at my work, but I haven't committed any serious fireball offenses. Let me put it in this way. Even Almighty Officer Jang Hong has clashed with people who came for official businesses because she's not tactful enough. And that's where I come in. And things will go more smoothly. Everyone has their place like this. Just let the gears turn as they do, and the chains pull as they do. I have heard some worldly, outworldlers talking about workplace culture, and back in their home, work attitudes like mine would have long been driven out of their version of Realm Kingdom commissions. I do proclaim the Zashu Lafu to be a far superior place. Okay, come on, dude. Alright, if you have problems need solving, trouble Jang Hang, if you need time killing, you're welcome to chat with me. Yeah, nice. I support it. Why not? I always feel like we're missing something here at the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery, but I can never remember what. You've come at the right time. Help me rule out some possibilities. Tell me, what do you think our office is missing? Promo materials showcasing the work of the Realm Keeping Commission. That's not a bad idea. Not that. I raised with the Jang Hong before whether we should be better at promoting. We should be better at promoting how good the Realm Keeping Commission Chantry is at what it does. But she gave me a list of all the things that we've done recently, and there really isn't anything to be proud of. Once we crack a major case that even the 10 Lords Commission can't solve, then I'll let the whole Exhaling Sanctum know about how great the Realm Keeping Commission is. Until then, we'll keep things on the down low. Small ornament that makes this place feel alive. Yeah? I like that. Make this place feel alive? Actually, I thought about that. I'm a big fan of alcoholic nectar, and once stashed 2 bottles of nectar of Willow Woods at the Chancery, but Officer Jing Hang threw them out. She said this is a workplace, and it would be undignified if anyone found out. I also like pretty foxen actresses, so I put up a couple of their pictures on my desk to perk up my spirits, but Officer J. Hain confiscated these too. She said this is a workplace and those images are indecent. The only way the Realm Keeping Commission feels alive is to all the courier parcels on the ground. It actually does productive work. Young lady, that remark is uncalled for. At least Officer Jing Hang is doing her work. As long as Officer Jing Hang is here, then the Realm Keeping Commission lives up to its name. God damn, lady, I feel bad for you. The Songyang kid may be lazy, but he's smart. I have high hopes for his future. Goddamn, dude. Naturally, if anything actually happens to Exone Sanctum, Alexandine Sanctum, you'll find me to be an extremely reliable officer. Huh. Yeah, I can't figure it out, even if I wrap my brain around it. I'll play a few rounds of chess till Jade's after work, and think it through then. Alright, let's get down to business, young lady. What do you want?
Oh, that's right. Forgive my forgetfulness. Glad you came. It's great to have one of the General's distinguished guests helping us out. My Realm-Keeping Commission colleagues failed to provide adequate care for the Dragon Lady. I'd like to thank you on behalf of all of them for rescuing her back in Exalting Sanctum Plaza. As I'm sure you're aware, symptoms of Mara have been spreading ever since the Stellaron incident occurred. Thanks to the Ten Lords' Commission, being stricken with Mara had long since become a terrifying but avoidable fate for Xianzhou natives. The puzzling thing is that despite the Commission's protection, we're now seeing an increase. More and more citizens, in particular those dealing with great risks and stress like the Cloud Knights, are becoming stricken with Mara. Moreover, the Mara-struck have taken on a horrifying appearance, as if they're turning into some sort of monster. This certainly differs from what I thought I knew about the illness. We wouldn't have the audacity to trouble you with that. The General has a plan to suppress the illness.
Oh?
You're a capable person, and since the General entrusted you with locating the Stellaron, it's only a matter of time before you run into Mara-struck. If you come across any clues, remember to inform the Realm-Keeping Commission straight away. My colleagues and I will handle any situation with haste and to the best of our ability. Speaking of which, have you made any discoveries so far? I read the letter. I'll be honest with you, I've got no idea how to handle this problem. It's beyond the Realm-Keeping Commission's jurisdiction. I contacted the Seat of Divine Foresight, which is overseen by the General. Allow me to introduce Madame Qingzhu, General Jing Yuan's chief counselor. I think it'll be easier if she explains the letter to you.
Hello.
I read the letter you obtained from the Mara-struck. While the Cloud Knights were searching for the Stellaron's whereabouts, I was carrying out the General's orders, tracking down clues on the Mara-struck. Thanks to your efforts, we now have a lead.
Oh?
To an outsider, this letter appears to be nothing more than good news detailing a recovery from a chronic illness. However, what is actually being discussed is a violation of the 10 unpardonable sins. It's heresy.
Let's see. We gotta get these heretics and take them in.
That's right. Since the Alliance was first established, all medical practices aboard the Xianzhou adhere to strict standards that prohibit long life or mutant modifications under the guise of curing. I went through all our files to find information on the experiment in question, and found nothing. I started thinking about how the Alchemy Commission's delve was sealed off. There must be an unspeakable secret locked away there.
I see.
The author of this letter was likely the Marastruck you defeated. My guess is he was led astray and poisoned while under the pretext of being cured. You saw how he ended up. Such actions remind me of an organization that was eradicated from the Xianzhou 1,000 years ago. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
You know, I'm actually fighting those guys as we speak.
They were disciples of the Abundance that sought to restore the way of immortality by unearthing a forbidden remedial formula. It's hard to believe that a group that was wiped out so long ago would suddenly rear its head and create chaos once more. The seat of divine foresight needs to learn all it can about this organization's status before the situation reaches a point of no return.
Agreed.
If you come across any similar clues about the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, come and find me at the seat of divine foresight. These kinds of first-hand accounts are exactly what we require. Don't worry. The seat of divine foresight always rewards those who contribute to our efforts. I recently received some intel. It seems that certain individuals are taking advantage of the current chaos to lure in Outworlders around Exalting Sanctum. Maybe you could start there?
Yeah, sure.
We sent an undercover investigator out a few months ago. They provided us with a rough idea of the situation. Unfortunately, it seems suspicions were aroused. We lost contact with the agent. I suspect he was discovered.
Oh, shit.
You are a fresh face in the Lafu, and an Outworlder. I would feel more at ease if I could leave this matter with you.
Okay. Whoa, chest. Where have you been all my life? Seriously, where have you been? I'm poor as hell. Man, true though. That's really crazy.
You'd be a tool to miss a tile in the
Extractor
pool.
cleaned or your star skiff serviced? Look no further.
This pot is suspicious indeed. Look at it. Too perfect with those flowers on top. And in front of an open box, no less. Stella, I think you're on the case with this one. And it's not even, it's not even closed all the way. This is obviously suspicious. This woman, though. That phase right there is suspicious. This mumbling weirdo.
Excuse me, guest from another world. Please spare me a moment of your time. Do you yearn for immortality?
I yearn for power.
I understand. Eternal life is indeed a kind of power, wouldn't you say? Well, not much can be done for you then, sister.
Okay, come on. Just...
What a peculiar person you are. I'll tell it to you straight. To Outworlders, I offer the chance of immortality. But perhaps someone like you would be better off joining the Antimatter Legion.
Bro.
Regardless of what you choose, let's keep our voices down, eh? This isn't the kind of conversation you can have out in the open. Before you can grasp absolute power, you must yearn for immortality, don't you think? The problem is that the Xianzhou Alliance doesn't care one bit about the well-being of short-life species. They stubbornly blockade the glorious path to immortality. My name is Green Hibiscus. I came to Exalting Sanctum in hopes of a fated encounter with one such as yourself. One who is also on the road to immortality. What do you say? How about we find a more suitable spot to talk about all this? Let's make haste. There are too many people here to linger.
Man, I feel like I'm giving my heart for the
Here we are.
organs harvested.
This is the place.
Yeah.
Relax. By the mercy of Sanctus Medicus, I will not harm you. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am a member of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I was unable to expose my true identity in Exalting Sanctum, but now I can reveal everything. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus is a devout group, holding firm in their belief that Merciful Medicus is the one ultimate faith. As followers, we refer to ourselves as disciples, dedicated to our cause. If you wish to gain the means to immortality, then you must become a disciple. But to become a disciple, you must first pass several small trials. Please excuse me. Our expansion has unfortunately attracted the attention of those devilish archer followers. If we are not careful, the consequences could be unthinkable. No need to be concerned about him. Much like yourself, he is here to undergo the trials.
A traitor, I see.
Ha! Only those led astray by followers of the devilish archer could despise Merciful Medicus. Sadly, there are many such people. Too many. Every species yearns for the favor and curing of Merciful Medicus, regardless of whether they have heard of the abundance or not. Foxians yearn to cure themselves of their 300-year lifespan. The Videodora yearn to cure themselves of the pain of reincarnation and lack of progeny. As for Xianzhou natives, they long to cure themselves of the torture of becoming Mara-struck. Of course, we know that this torture is rather a kind of blessed evolution. To return to your question, Sanctus Medicus can cure the aging that short-life species face, along with disease and death. Sanctus Medicus can do for you what they did for the Xianzhou natives.
Not those guys, man. I feel like you have better businesses going to America on that one.
What you seek, you will surely find. Merciful Medicus is magnanimous. They do not lightly refuse a prayer. As such, the initiation trials for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus are nothing arduous. All you must do is transcribe this copy of Thousand-Handed Merciful Medicus's Salvation 500 times by hand. This will allow your brothers and sisters to trust your faith, and you to become a disciple.
That's fucking torture, dude. How the hell do you do that?
This scripture is central to the disciples. You must maintain a pious heart during the transcription. It would be best if you could memorize the text.
Yeah, no shit.
Of course. This is but the first trial. Once you have become a disciple, you will undergo numerous others. Don't worry. A traditional Xianzhou brush and inkstone has been prepared for you. Smooth action and an ergonomic design. I myself transcribed 50,000 copies with such instruments.
Dude, are you just getting like free, free work out of this? we can just sell to people on the streets. It better be like just 1 page a book, or like a 10-page book. 20 goddamn times. Or 500 times. How am I supposed to do this? Once upon a time, 1,000 hands with this mechanist traveled the world with their 99,000 disciples, living under Rahu, the teaching your way. Your index finger has a slight cramp. Your shoulders feel a bit sore that you only made first copy. You're still 99 copies waiting to be read. As they spoke the words, the 99 disciples were liberated from youth, old age, sickness, and suffering. After making the final stroke, you catch the Cloud Knight in your peripheral vision as he gestures at you.
Psst. Hey, stop writing! Get over here!
Oh, hey, it's you. Get here.
Took you long enough. I know you. You're General Jingyuan's honored guest. Wait a second. You're here undercover, right? So am I. I'm a Cloud Knight from the Exalting Sanctum Garrison. That green hibiscus has been sneaking around spreading heretical lies for a while now. That's why I'm here, to spy on him.
Interesting.
They were suspicious of me as soon as I arrived. It took a lot of effort to make them believe I wanted to become a disciple. I have my reasoning. Cults like this want to recruit people with influence in law and order. I wanted them to know I was a Cloud Knight. Always know your enemy.
You know, you judge are pretty smart, dude.
Shh! Keep your voice down. These disciples don't miss much. If they discover us, we won't make it out of here.
I believe that.
You can trust me with the transcription. I spent over 150 years pen pushing in the Seat of Divine Foresight before I became a Cloud Knight. I could do this in my sleep. Listen carefully. I help you copy the text, you cover for me, and I get word out to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Okay. Hello.
Take your time, still your mind, and transcribe the text. Allow the beautiful enlightenment of thousand-handed, merciful Medicus's salvation to permeate your being.
Yes.
You're finished? So soon? Let me see. Yes, it would appear you are finished. A fast and accurate transcription. It seems you are destined for immortality.
Oh, yeah. That's how I got in the first place, man. Meeting with a guy that reminds me of a particular guy from this one anime. Oh, yeah?
Calm yourself. The initiation is divided into 2 steps. You and the Cloud Knight have completed the first. Now, only the second remains.
Wonder what that's gonna be.
Sure, but can it wait till tomorrow? I'm supposed to be on duty right now. They'll get suspicious if I don't head back soon.
No need to worry. The second step is extraordinarily simple. It'll all be over soon enough.
Okay.
The disciple's initiation is governed by the following principle. Never accept who you suspect, and never suspect who you accept. So,
He got onto us.
It's time for you two to battle it out. Whoever survives will officially become a disciple. Excellent. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus love enthusiastic new blood. Well then, show us what you're made of.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're kidding, right? We came here to lengthen our lifespans, not shorten them. You can't just make us fight like this.
We aren't forcing you to fight. By all means, refuse if you wish. But we won't possibly be able to let either of you leave.
Fine. But at least let me prepare. I've never done anything like this before.
Very well. But you'll need to ask your opponent, too. Good. Then prepare yourselves. Time is precious. Make it quick.
This is hilarious. Now, whoever voice acted this guy, like, he's good. He's going somewhere. Like, I love, his style.
Listen, I have an idea that will let you join the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and let me get the heck out of here in one piece. You and I fight, and I lose to you. I pretend that you finish me off. Then you pretend to help them remove my body by dragging me out of here. That way, we both accomplish our objectives. Oh, I've seen your skills. Please don't mess up and actually kill me. Oh, just... whatever, I got myself into this. Let fate decide, just try and hold back a little, okay?
I'll try.
So, have you prepared yourselves? Are you ready to fight? And you, Cloud Knight?
I'm ready.
Then, let's begin.
Well then, take this!
These about to get fucked up.
Do we have to fight?
Why, of course. Get that.
To the finish. I have something for you.
Yeah, I've been misunderstand.
What magnificent skill! He was fierce, but no match for you. I'm glad you prevailed. That Cloud Knight waltzed straight up to us in uniform and asked if he could join. Hardly a convincing spectacle. I doubt I ever could have trusted him.
That's funny.
Purple chrysanthemum, blue peach. Find somewhere to dispose of the body. Oh, you've dealt with this kind of thing before?
Hell yeah.
A long-time associate, eh? You're well-connected, I see. This does have its advantages. Our brothers and sisters have been proselytizing and exalting Sanctum over the last few days. We may have attracted the attention of the devils. Having you dispose of the Cloud Knight will be safer. As such, this can be your first mission as a disciple. You take an active approach to getting things done. I'll be sure to pass that on to my superiors.
I'm just not good, man. You can trust me with anything, you know. Maybe let me speak to the leader, too?
In any case, my hearty congratulations on your admission to the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. From now on, you will be known by the code name, Gray Peony. Well, Gray Peony, let's depart separately to avoid attracting attention. We'll rendezvous at a different location later. Until then.
I did a good job playing dead, didn't I? Those people are out of their minds. Watch your step next time you're around them. Wait, you weren't holding back? Enough with the jokes already. It's a miracle either of us is alive. I should report back to the seat of divine foresight. Stay safe, friend.
I like that guy. Hope I see him again. Oh yeah, I talked to you already. What's that inventor guy? He's trying to make him write a love poem or something with this girl. It's not half bad. After some time. Yeah, see, so no, don't really care if I die. Only the general knows that I die.
Do you know how to fix a star skip?
Nope. It's a giant ass tree, man.
Green Hibiscus agreed to meet me here, but there's no sight of him. What gives? There's a letter here. What's this on the envelope? Gray Peony. This must be from Green Hibiscus.
Let's see. Great Peony, you fully demonstrated your bravery and devotion to us. I'll now give you a chance to prove how loyal and reliable you are to the organization. This mission is of utmost importance, and I don't feel comfortable entrusting it to others. Only a fighter like you can handle such an important task. Yesterday, a disciple ascended in disgrace. She posted a letter as she defected. Based on our investigation, it's an urgent missive to the seat of divine foresight. It shouldn't have arrived yet. Intercept it and help us mitigate our losses once you finish this around this year. Glorious task. I will introduce you to the exalting sanctum's leader of the disciples of Saint Medicus, so long as he ascends. You can begin your journey on the way of mortality.
The disciples sure know how to keep a low profile. Looks like I'll need to help them complete this mission. If they're looking to intercept mail, I should probably start by searching near Exalting Sanctum's Psycrane stands.
Hopefully this is right here.
Not on this stand. Let's check a different one.
I don't believe in
Need your
ghosts.
extractor cleaned to your starskip, sir?
What's written on this package? Seat of Divine Foresight, urgent. This is it. The mail the disciples want to intercept. Seems like it's encrypted somehow. Makes sense. This is critical intelligence after all. Let's see if I can crack the code.
I'm a natural, man.
Code cracked. Huh. It's an internal order from the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Judging from these urgent instructions, the disciples are aware of a Seed of Divine Foresight operation to infiltrate their ranks. Huh. No wonder Green Hibiscus was so eager to intercept this. I'll use my phone to make a copy and then hand it over to Green Hibiscus.
Need your extractor cleaned to your starskip?
I don't believe in ghosts.
I'm a fool. Holy shit, lady. Can I be your hammer? Hello?
Mauve Moon, this is the reliable disciple I mentioned to you, Grey Peony. Grey Peony, this is Mauve Moon, the head of our operations in Exalting Sanctum.
It seems you have some impressive skills in your arsenal. I like this kid.
Does not have to listen.
You seem like you've got it all figured out. What brings you to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Good. So do I. I used to think determination and hard work were enough to achieve that. But I've come to realize it's not that simple. During my many years as a Cloud Knight, I realized something. An individual's strength is limited. So I abandoned my mortal body and became a faithful servant of merciful Medicus.
I see.
Here, take this prescription. Through this medicine, you will become like me. you will be able to break the shackles that the devilish archer author has used to chain your soul. You will gain unbridled power and freedom. The disciple responsible for creating medicinal pellets heard of your exploits. They prepared the prescription for you personally. Some of the ingredients can be purchased at an apothecary, but others will require you to come up with your own solution. Given your strength, that shouldn't pose a problem. Do you have any questions? I don't know. I've heard our members are in the tens of thousands. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus has a flat organizational structure. The head of each area reports directly to the Master. I know nothing about what goes on elsewhere. The benefit is that even if our enemies were to wipe out the Exalting Sanctum branch, it wouldn't affect our brothers and sisters in other areas. That's sensitive information. I know who they are, but for their security, I can't reveal their identities. It's not that I doubt your loyalty, Grey Peony. It's like I said, security. The boss? You mean the Master? You'll meet them, but for now there's no rush. All in good time.
Oh shit. Is it going to reset? What's going on? Oh, god damn it. That's annoying. I was hoping to finish that. Is it really gonna be like that? That turned off the Wi-Fi. Let's finish this and I'll end it. God damn it. Starstruck. Hell yeah. But I have to say what they do is pretty smart with that organization. With only basically heads of it connecting to the leader, separate but not connected. Honestly, probably a good thing. But how many members do they control under each sect?
Mauve Moon, this is the reliable disciple I mentioned to you, Grey Peony. Grey Peony, this is Mauve Moon, the head of our operations in Exalting Sanctum.
It seems you have some impressive skills in your arsenal. I like this kid. You seem like you've got it all figured out. What brings you to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Good. So do I. I used to think determination and hard work were enough to achieve that. But I've come to realize it's not that simple. During my many years as a Cloud Knight, I realized something. An individual's strength is limited.
Look at that girl left him.
So I abandoned my mortal body and became a faithful servant of merciful Medicus.
I hope she can be my apprentice.
Here, take this prescription. Through this medicine, you will become like me. You will be able to break the shackles that the devilish archer author has used to chain your soul. You will gain unbridled power and freedom. The disciple responsible for creating medicinal pellets heard of your exploits. They prepared the prescription for you personally. Some of the ingredients can be purchased at an apothecary, but others will require you to come up with your own solution. Given your strength, that shouldn't pose a problem. Do you have any questions? I don't know. The disciples of the benefit is that even... That's sensitive. It's not that I... The boss? Keep fulfilling your duties. And
I already went through all this, so, you know.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I once worked alongside those devils. I trained in spear techniques for almost a century. I nearly became a Cloud Knight instructor. But I was trapped in a weak mortal shell. I was never able to surpass the final barrier that separated me from the martial arts geniuses. Fortunately, the draft of Draconic Surge, the prescription you hold in your hand, rescued me. Once I took that medicine, I became more powerful than any mortal could ever dream of. Now, everything has changed. Jersine and his pitiful spearmanship are no more. All that remains is a loyal disciple of merciful Medicus. Wait. You recognize me? Where do you know me from? Your face changed when you heard my name.
Mauve Moon, sir, we have a problem. I suspect this person may be the agent who's been looking for you.
Idiot! What kind of trials are you running? You let an agent infiltrate our ranks?
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
I couldn't have known, sir. I witnessed this person slay a Cloud Knight before my very eyes.
Detestable. The devilish archer author allows these pitiful mortals to face death without fear. Self-sacrifice is their way of fooling us into opening our doors. In that case, Divine Foresight Devil, it's time for you to meet your demise.
Oh my god, this fucked up so hard.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
I was like, yeah, I recognize that guy. That's fucking funny.
Don't come any closer!
Move aside, amateurs! Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
I want to protect everyone too.
It's like, yeah, I fucking, like, oh, it's okay. I finally realized after a while. It's like, goddamn. That's hilarious.
Get them!
Lance at the ready.
Combat is a series of precise machinations. You won't get away!
Fire.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Commencing annihilation.
A miracle!
Do we have to fight?
Why, of course!
Give me strength! Thanks. I'll
I'm
never
on guard.
forget you.
Defend the weak.
I need to be brave.
Eliminating threat.
I want to protect everyone too.
Help me, Mr. Frog!
So these guys can do like they got
Here comes someone your own!
that's a little interesting.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance!
I wonder how that works. It's like, it's gotta consume a lot of energy, right?
Lance at the ready. Fracture!
But I'm really hoping what I did was like any answer I picked would have been like, you know,
Come one, come all.
you know, like led to that. Because if I really just fucked myself over that early, just like recognizing that guy, god damn, I'm just like down with
Are you alright?
I'm okay.
resistance.
Secret of the Saints!
Just like supposed to be a spy and everything. I'm just like, oh, I recognize that guy.
Get that immortality! Oh, mercy of Sanctus Medicus! Grant me a body impervious to steel, the courage of 1,000 armies, a strength that 10,000 foes cannot suppress! You think you're a match for me, devil? Your death is inevitable. Surrender, and I'll make it quick.
That's what you think.
Aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Time for a detailed overhaul. Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
I wonder how many cups of coffee she's drinking today.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Frog.
Over, guy.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
Guys, I'm starting to become strong, but not stronger than me.
A miracle.
Defend the weak. Combat is a series of precise machinations. Come one, come all.
I'm not afraid of you.
Eliminating threat.
Defend the weak.
Puny existence. Why, of course. Get them.
Fracture! Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
That's like this.
I need to be brave.
Secret of the Saints.
Yeah, this guy has it out for Linda.
Not a scratch.
Merciful Medicus.
Time for a detailed overhaul. Come one, come all.
Mortality.
Yeah. Dude, if you didn't do that, you could drop out for 2 more turns at least.
So Mauve Moon was the agent that Qingzhou lost contact with. He joined the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I should go to the seat of divine foresight and tell Qingzhou. I don't know if this mission was a success or a failure.
I would say this is probably a failure on my end. Because I think I fucked it up.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Whoa. Look at this. Big shots. Let's let me collect the great deeds that I do.
I'm glad to see you've returned in one piece. So, what happened? Did everything go as planned? Don't worry. Your operation was a success. Although your identity was ultimately exposed, you gained a wealth of invaluable intelligence. On top of that, you managed to get out without a scratch.
Oh, goodness.
I never imagined that Jersine would choose the path of evil. You did the right thing. I'm afraid this is how the Plague's author operates, using notions of power and life to draw countless people like Jersine away from bright futures, down a path of no return. You've managed to shine a light on the darkness of the enemy. With this intelligence, the Seed of Divine Foresight will be able to improve its strategy. And for all your efforts, please accept this reward. Is there anything else you'd like to know about?
No, get out of my office now.
The current state. I'm afraid we know next to nothing. We dispatched agents, but they were only able to linger on the edges of the organization. Your operation is the furthest anyone's managed to infiltrate.
Really?
The Seed of Divine Foresight is still striving to answer one question. Is this but the resurgent shadow of an organization silenced 1,000 years ago? Or have they been lurking in the darkness all along? Whatever the case, this sudden reemergence hints at a hidden conspiracy. It's troubled me deeply over recent few months. It's hard to tell what all of this is building towards.
Our doom?
Not at all. The Disciples' secret letter makes it sound as if we infiltrated their ranks in great numbers. The reality is that only a handful of agents have successfully slipped into the organization. And the majority of them lacked the strength you had to make it back unscathed after their identity was exposed. They didn't have the wisdom and good fortune to gain the organization's trust quickly. An agent can't actually consume those pellets of the Disciples. Doing so would mean the end of their life as they knew it. The point is, there hasn't been anyone like you who managed to delve into the group's core and obtain so much first-hand information. Thousand-Handed Merciful Medicus' Salvation is a manuscript transcribed from a sacred text. I don't know where the Disciples obtained it. It likely consists of fragments of banned works from the Befall era. As I see it, there isn't anything particularly alarming about the text. It recalls the acts of the Plague's author's warped creatures from an equally warped perspective. The scripture doesn't have the power to lead people astray. They do that to themselves. But it does feed lies and false hope. The prescription you acquired is beyond my knowledge. There are a few reliable alchemists that reside in Exalting Sanctum. I'd like to ask you to consult with them on the particulars of the prescription. This will allow the Seed of Divine Foresight to have a clear target for creating an antidote. Given that the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus has become aware of our operation, it's about time the Seed of Divine Foresight reeled in its net. If you turn up any details about the prescription, feel free to come back and find me anytime.
Can I help you? The Seed of Divine Foresight? Let me see the prescription. Oh, heavens above. It's a horrifying prescription, and I can't make any sense of it. Go and ask Lady Don Shu. She's our chief alchemist. She may be sightless, but she's more qualified than all of us. She's no stranger to helping others, either. Always prescribing medicine to those in need, and free of charge. She'll certainly be willing to help the Seed of Divine Foresight. You can find her at Sinwood Pavilion.
Let's go. Oh, her.
Ambrosial Arbor.
I've been looking forward to meeting you. Everyone does. You're the hero who rescued the Vidyadhara healer lady in Exalting Sanctum.
Of course.
I heard from other alchemists you have a prescription you wish me to assess. Can you read it to me? Thank you.
That creepy lady.
A strange and dangerous prescription, but I believe I understand the pharmacology. It involves drawing upon the strength of long scions to attain the power of ascension. The specifics, however, will require further investigation. This will take some time. I could hardly happen upon Vidyadhara bone marrow and test the prescription myself, could I? Leave your contact details with me. When I've completed my assessment of the pharmacology, I'll get in touch with you.
You're right here.
Ah, you're back. From the sound of your stride, I sense you're in good spirits.
Of course.
A person's footfall reveals a lot about their strength and emotions. Much like how a person's breath may serve as an indication of their overall health. Let's get down to business. I analyzed the prescription you procured, the draft of Draconic Surge. Now that I have a preliminary conclusion, it needs to be delivered to the seat of Divine Foresight. The conclusion. Put simply, I don't believe that the draft of Draconic Surge holds the cure to the Mara. Even in the foreseeable future, there will likely not be any such cure. I've compiled the details into a written analysis. If you're interested, feel free to take a look. This is a copy of pharmacological studies on the draft of Draconic Surge. If the Chief Counselor wants to see it urgently, I'll have to ask you to deliver it for me.
Okay.